Hey Hern Eagles, it's Mrs. Henshin. I'm here to teach you a lesson about multiplication. Did you know how important those multiplication facts really are? And while we're not sitting in the school together, it's a great opportunity for you to keep up with those facts because they will be very important in your life. Even I use multiplication every day. Let's talk about some vocabulary that we need to review. We know what multiplying means. It's the process of adding a number to itself a certain number of times. So what would that right there represent? We've got 3 groups of 5. So it would be 5 times 3. Another important thing is to remember what the word factor means. A factor is any one of the 2 or more numbers that are multiplied together to give the product. So the 2 and the 3 are factors. That means 6 is the product. You're right. It's another way of saying the answer. We also know about an array. An array is an arrangement of objects, pictures, or numbers in columns and rows. So what would this array be? It would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times 3 rows. So it'd be 5 times 3, which is 15. To be successful in math, it's important to know your multiplication facts quickly, especially when you have to start doing double-digit multiplication and you get into lots of division and long division. But it's okay to have some multiplication facts that are tricky or challenging. In that case, you need to have some strategies to be able to figure out the product or the answer to the multiplication problem. So here is a nice anchor chart about multiplication strategies. You can do you can do your equal groups. Like this one is 3 times 4 equals 12. You can do repeated addition, which is 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals 12. Or you can create an array. So if you get stuck on some of your multiplication facts, like the 7s are kind of hard for me, you can have these strategies to figure it out. So let's look at this, and we have our vocabulary chart right here. What do you see? Right here, the 8 times 7. You see a multiplication problem. How would you describe the information and solve the problem? Do you have that one memorized? Would you look at the 2 factors to figure out the product? Would you create an array? Would you use repeated addition? How could you represent this information on the card in a different way? Could you make an array? What about this one? What do you see? How would you describe the information and solve that problem? How could you represent the same information on the card a different way? It's 8 times 3, isn't it? What do you see? How could you describe the information and solve the problem? How could you represent the same information on the card a different way? Here's the last one. What do you see here? How would you describe the information and solve the problem? How could you represent that same information on the card in a different way? You did a great job with that, guys. Now, I want us to get creative. So you have some choices. You can make a flower for some of those multiplication facts that you struggle with. So you put the number in the middle and then put 1 through 12 around it in the first row of petals. And then the second row of petals, write the product. This is a fun activity, and it gives you something to do that will make sure that you are creative, but you're also practicing those multiplication facts. If you don't want to be creative, you could create a game. You just have to grab some bottle caps and some circle stickers, but you don't even have to have circle stickers if you don't want to. You can just write on the bottle cap with a Sharpie and put the answer on the other side. And then you guys have to take turns saying the product sentence aloud and have the answer before turning the top over to check. If you get it right, you keep the top. If you get it wrong, you have to put it back. Whoever has the most at the end wins. So guys, I miss seeing you every day at Hearn Elementary, but please make sure that you are practicing these multiplication facts. If you play the game, take a picture and send it to me. If you create some flowers for those facts that are difficult and challenging, please go ahead and take a picture and send it to me. Great job, friends. Talk to you soon. Bye.